Alright, I'm going to call that good enough. It is close enough time that we're going to get started. So, yes, we are going to be playing some Doki Doki Ragnarok tonight. A game that was introduced to me by Shatterdrift as part of his usual games and demos thing. Something he correctly assumed would be in my wheelhouse. So I went ahead and applied for a key through Keymailer as well, and got it. The game releases today, as of about 6 hours ago, so if you think this is interesting, it's something you could absolutely go buy now and play yourself. We've seen a fraction of the game because he doesn't really do an in-depth review of things, but I'm planning on doing a whole stream on it, so we should get some pretty good content out of this, hopefully. It's absolutely adorable. Let's get started. So we are going to go raiding. If I remember correctly, the first thing we need to do is pick our... Actually, hold on. I want to adjust this window a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Does that still look right for you guys? Yes, it does. Perfect. I did announce that. Yeah, I announced that. Thank you for popping into general with it, though, Nerdy. I appreciate it. Alright, so yeah. The first thing we need to do is pick our avatar. We get to choose from the the female avatar, I want to say gender-neutral avatar, and the masculine avatar. And when Riff played, I convinced him to go with Beard Dad here. And the description is, this fearsome fellow enjoys axe play, being a huge badass all the time, and long walks on the beach. But he's been struggling with powerful issues of self-confidence, almost as powerful as his desire to pillage. Will this hopeful Viking find glory and love? The female avatar, a boisterous she-conqueror said to be descended from ice giants, known for both being huge and being huge badasses. Crushingly powerful with the axe and her charm, she has nonetheless seen nothing but the failure on the battlefield of love. Will this Viking pillage the village of her dreams? The beard guy is a pretty good fit, frankly, and that was why I suggested Riff play him. But I'm thinking maybe we're going to play as the middle option here. Just who is this grand artisan of Vikingship? Nobody knows where they hail from, only that they desired into their loneliness. And being as grand as this can be a lonely fate indeed. Will this badass Viking find the Valhalla of the heart? So yeah, I'm kind of digging the gender-neutral option, even though, you know, like, obviously this is more my physique, just in general. And then we get to choose voices. We've got the masculine voice, no voice, and a feminine grunt. Which I don't really care for. So yeah, I think we'll go with the gender-neutral option and the masculine grunt and call it a day. I am a mighty Viking, yet I've never raided a village before. All the other Vikings make fun of me for that. I'm so embarrassed. But one day, after a long night of mead-based partying, everything changed. Brave Viking. It is I, All-Father Odin. What? Is this a dream? No, it's Odin. I just said that. Oh, right. Brave Viking, I have chosen you. It is time for you to conquer in the name of Odin, who is me. So our options are, I accept your quest, O great Odin. What is this conquering thing you speak of? Hug Odin. Or, I don't know. We're gonna give Odin a hug. That just feels like the right thing to do as a Viking, right? You can hug other Vikings. Overcome by raw pillaging related emotions, you hug the almighty Odin. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's all right, brave Viking. Let my all-powerful beard embrace you. I'm just glad I have a quest. A real quest. 'Tis true, I have granted a quest unto you. Set forth and plunder all the land for the glory of the Vikings. Exactly. Massive, beefy arms. So, Flea just takes us back to the main menu. And so our first conquest will be, emboldened by Odin's words, you set out to sea. Your quest brings you to England, traditional target for Viking raids throughout history. It is here that you shall approach your first village. Your heart is beating faster. Your excitement could very much kill you at any moment. And then, a village appears in your sights. What? A Viking? Oh my! I don't know what to say. I was not expecting a Viking invasion today. It's not like I want you to raid my coastline or anything, though. Baka? You were greeted by the coastal town of Wareham. Fishery has provided these people with modest wealth. Quaint huts dot the hills. The populace, already worn down by the peasantry's harsh lifestyle, is also burdened by being English. It is a simple, perhaps even introductory village. Time to conquer. But your trusty axe weighs heavy in your hands. Before this village, you feel ill-prepared. You can't think of anything to say. Could this be nervosity? Or nervosity? Nervosity. Do not falter, brave yet nervous Viking. Odin appears before you. Your surprise is barely surpassed by your awe, balancing out to a cool raised eyebrow overall. I know what you're thinking. What if I say something stupid? What if I come off like a total creep? What if I embarrass myself? Well, don't do that. Believe in yourself. See those hearts up there on top of the screen? That's these 3 hearts here. Get one of those hearts, and you have succeeded. Experts may aim for 2, or even 3 hearts. Every Viking needs their nap time eventually, so heed the number next to the hearts, that's this number. It tells you how much more decisions you can make before the raids end. In the upper left corner you can find the mighty settings button. Smash that button for powerful options, or for restarting the raid if you're a crazy daredevil. Now go out there and date that village. You go heavily. You face the village. Well, hello, warrior. I hope you like my easily conquerable treasure holds. What do you say, Viking? Alright, I want to see what the options menu says. Restart raid, and then the usual options. Okay. Hello, village. Around here often. Or I am a fierce Viking conqueror. What am I supposed to do here? Or we can scream drunkenly. You know what? While we've got a second here, I am going to actually create some real quick channel redemptions for options on this. Viewer rewards, channel points, manage points. Where's the add point button? Add new customer reward. Alright, let's see if those kicked in. I don't know why option A is currently cheaper. That should not be a thing. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I've created some new channel point redemptions for people who can pick options instead of me picking whatever I feel like picking now. It's fairly cheap at 100 points per choice. And we'll get 4 choices per raid, so I'm gonna go, I am a fierce Viking conqueror. Wow, you really are. That powerful physique, that powerful gaze, that powerful smell. I know being looted by roving bands of Vikings is all the rage among coast towns these days. Yet I never expected it to happen to me. Brave Viking, you're doing well. Doubtlessly due to the after effects of the guidance I offered earlier. Hey Rift, channel options, or channel point redemptions for options if you want to get in on the voting. I'm sure you're wondering, but Great Odin, where do I go from here? I was wondering that. I know, right? But fret not. As a Viking, you always have a number of powerful Viking options at your disposal. Go on a raid, drink delicious mead in a fierce manner, praise me, your favorite badass god, Odin, or invade England like the cool Viking that you are. Listen to the villages, and decide what the best course of action is to pillage your way into their hearts. There may be distinct hints for figuring out what to do. Casual havoc erupts among the populace, which starts realizing that their hometown is being flirted with. Clearly there is a certain magic between you and the village. Well, it's not like I know anything about Viking raids. You wouldn't be so bold as to just raid houses for treasure, would you? Oh, I am ever so curious if you would, fierce Viking warrior or conqueror. Wow, brave Viking, remember what I said about hints? That was a hint just now. Wow, it's like I'm an all-knowing god of wisdom or something. So, what would you like to do now? So our options are raid, which is clearly correct here. Drink mead, praise Odin, or we can attack England. I'm going to take a sip of water, and if anyone would like to get a vote in on this, feel free to do so. Shaft wants to drink mead, so drink mead we shall. You seize the nearest drinking horn, brimming with enormous quantities of mead, the drink of conquerors. Your powerful muscles propel the booze thirstward, and, miraculously, your nervosity disperses in an alcohol-laden veil. You feel like you can do anything, like nothing you do would embarrass you anymore. Wow, I can basically see your inhibitions melt away. Watch me melt your heart next. Oh, way to go, Viking. Oh my, you truly seem ready to take on the world in a potentially embarrassing fashion. Ha, I care not. I was embarrassing from the very start. Oh, you think so far ahead. Marvelous. Could it be you're conducting the ancient ritual known as pre-gaming? Well, that was some action, wasn't it? Viking action. I've got 4 different ones, apparently. Impressive of you to count that high. Luckily, you do not sense any sarcasm. Probably because you don't know what sarcasm is. What else are you capable of, Viking? Impress me. We can roar, we can barf, we can roar barf, or we can tell her, or it, that we enjoy a number of highly intellectual activities. Which is what I'm gonna do if nobody. Shaft wants us to roar. Fair enough. I don't care. Give me a second. I can refund your other one. Why did it not? Okay, that's fine. It has been rejected, Rift. Okay, sure. Yes, 2 votes for I enjoy a number of highly intellectual activities. Fascinating. You do not seem the type. And that's where you are wrong. I don't even know how to type. I don't even know how to respond to that. We have 1 heart, by the way. Shows how intellectually outmatched you are. I guess I am? The Viking School of Thought holds so many surprises for me. Hey, Sai. Oh, Sai, you missed Riff playing this on stream the other night, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, he got this as a keymailer thing, and I was intrigued enough that I applied for a key for it and got it. So here we are. My turn to do a let's play, or a let's try. Could you teach me more? Or better yet, who was it who revealed the deeper secrets of Viking philosophy to you? Maybe they can teach me as well. Time is growing short. You've barely began pillaging, and yet the day is almost over. You were so immersed in your first real plundering experience, you forgot all about the time. Soon you'll have to turn back, but before you miss nap time. But first, one last Viking action, says Odin. Think of all you learned, brave Viking. What might be the best course of action? Choose wisely. What will it be, Viking? And so we're going to raid, because we've not actually did any raiding yet. Let's get that over with. The mead roars within you. It screams for loot. Your Viking soul burns for pillaging. With mead still frothy on your sexy Viking lips, you raid the coastline. Oh my, Viking, the power of mead is overwhelming. I noticed you're torching the houses of the innocent in a heart-shaped pattern. Dear me, you're such a hopeless romantic. Blessed with superior powers by the mead, you are also cursed with heightened sensitivity. And so, upon the village's comments, you turn extremely shy. Your raid dissipates after an initial strong showing. You're doing that anime thing where people look down and tap the tips of their index fingers together because they're nervous and embarrassed. Aw, it's okay. It was very sweet. Your raid has found an end. Doubtlessly, you have acquired riches beyond counting, which may not be a lot, actually, because you're not all that good at counting. Yet all the riches in the world would be meaningless if you could not brighten this village's day. The village surveys the utter destruction that has been brought upon the settlements. Traces of badass Vikings flipped out can be seen everywhere. Walls were toppled. Treasure holds razed. A farm has been turned upside down. Chicken, formerly held captive, now roam free to seek vengeance on the fleeing farmers. Mead spills result in naturally occurring lake systems. And you feel the village's warm smile. What a day. Viking, this was truly a romantic encounter. You conquered with such passion, yet so much understanding. I know you're new to this, but you've already pillaged like a pro. Please, it was all I could do, as your friendly neighborhood Viking. Ho ho ho, I guess I'll see you around, Neighbor-chan. Success! You led your Viking raiding party on a fearsome raid. And more importantly, you found love and mutual understanding. Having burned down all these houses, you feel truly like you have matured emotionally, if just for a bit. Dare I say, you learned more about yourself as well. You definitely did! Rejoice, brave Viking. You succeeded beyond my wildest dreams. And I can see the future, so that really means a lot. That is just the beginning, my child. There are many more villages out there, just waiting for that one special Viking. Oh, great Odin, I thank you for your guidance. I swear I will be the most badass Viking to ever date a village. Oh ho ho, will you now? Then I wish you good fortune, brave Viking. May the mead be never-ending. Praise be Odin. Yeah, praise be me. So yeah, now that I'm done reading for a second, Sai, this is a dating sim where you play as a Viking who goes on raids to villages who are been somewhat anthropomorphized to be able to respond to us and mostly seem pretty open to the idea of having their treasure holds pillaged by a Viking. I'm not going to say they've got a little bit of, what do you call it? Stockholm Syndrome going on, but yeah, maybe. So we got 1 heart for the first village. Oh, and channel point redemptions, guys. The new options A, B, C, and D are corresponding to the options in the chats. Oh, and we had a choice between 3 different characters. There was a clearly feminine character, a clearly masculine character, and I chose to go with the somewhat gender-neutral option that is, you know, they pronouns. So, I don't know if it's where they're facing away, I assume. Using your finely attuned Viking treasure sense, you follow the traces of untold riches. And lo and behold, your boundless drive to reave has once more yielded a worthy target. A moneyed neighborhood appears before you, relentlessly flinging its liquidity all over the place. Nouveau rich are filling every available space. The gentrification here is super real. You are disgusted by this display of obscene wealth, yet also smitten by the availability of investment opportunities. Plunderingly, you enter its gilded harbor. Ah, and I was wondering where this sudden cashlessness was coming from. I can sense it, Viking. Your wallet is as empty as your head, and your love for England is in question, to say the least. What do you want, you dirty lot? Do we want their riches, attention, to stop hurting their feelings, or should we fart? Nobody? Alright, fart it is. You fart in a very noticeable, decisively unposh manner, which is sure to embarrass anyone who does not own their actions like a boss. Insolence! I cannot believe it. I am the poshest village around, yet you do not care one bit. This is so dangerously cool. That respectlessness. Don't tell me. You think about England the same way? Alright, so we have options. We can raid, drink mead, praise Odin, or attack England. These are the standard Viking options. We get special options for village to village, but these are going to be the 4 main ones. Yeah, and this is so adorable. I love it so much. Like, you can't take it seriously. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we're supposed to attack England here. My word! Now I truly know how much you care about England. Not at all. You do not give a flying hoot about it. Your raiding behavior is absolutely irresponsible, Viking. Very, very irresponsible. You're a dangerous Viking. Barbarian. Compellingly so. How could you possibly top this height of cool disrespect? I'm so bad, I'm downright impolite. We could unleash a fearsome war cry. We could unleash a war cry at a reasonable volume. Or we could unleash a war whimper. Option B, fair enough. You loose a cry of war. Your fierce demeanor is proclaimed for all to hear. Nerdy, I love that. Thank you. I didn't even think about it. Proclaimed for all to hear, using the timeless medium of yelling. It's a timeless classic. What incredible power. I had no idea. I thought you were a mere barbarian. Yet I did not know just how loud you guys can get. Hey, Nebs. Okay, this just hurt my ears. I'm a village, but it still hurt my ears. I don't know how, but it did. Alright, shall we raid, drink mead, praise Odin, or attack England? Nebby, we got channel redemptions point thingies for options if you want to vote on anything. I'll give chat a few seconds to pick something for stream delay, and then I'll pick an option if nobody does. This is our last action. We got to make this one count. I mean, we got to raid, right? We've not raided this town at all. I'm sure it probably wants us to attack England, but I kind of want its treasure. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Nerdy. Okay, that's good enough. What amazing raiding technique. You are truly impoverishing. What an adventure. What an adventure indeed. I'm glad I could share this raid with you. Well met, barbarian. You truly are a thoroughly nasty, brutish thief. As low as they get. Just how I like 'em. Success. Your Viking prowess has once more led you to a smashing victory. The rich village, now considerably poorer, has fallen for your Viking ways. Well done, brave warrior. Alright, so we have some odd options for some of these. You'll see this one only has one heart. It's a bit more confrontational. Wandering the picturesque landscape of pre-invasion England, you take the chance to survey the lands before you inevitably plunge them into chaos. Good thing your boots can not only tread upon your fallen enemies, but also enable prolonged walking travel, or prolonged land travel, a process known as walking. And what a great day for walking it is. You enjoy the beautiful nature in a dominant, non-wussy manner. You begin to enjoy yourself so much, you even take a while to mingle with the local population. Surely, these poor farmers will welcome a fiendish Viking out to conquer the coast indiscriminately. To your utter and complete surprise, they don't. Vikings. A common English woman manifests from a nearby brush. Actually, she was standing there for quite some time, attending to some menial, non-badass task, which your Viking senses are too developed to understand. What do you think you're doing here, uncouth barbarian? Strutting about like you own the place. Well, I do not approve. Bewildered and confused, you start to roar. Yet your problem does not disappear. Somehow. In fact, it keeps being there. Oh no, she keeps glaring at you. I don't even know what it is she does not approve of, but it really feels like it's your fault. Your mighty roar kind of peters out a little, turning into more of a mewling of sorts. Oh no, now she's tapping her foot impatiently. Well, be on your way, barbarian. Alright, so I'm going to try to intentionally fail this because I want to see if we can actually fail the one heart ones. Okay, that's fine, Nerdy. We'll be here for a while doing this, so I feel like I'm not welcome here. That's because you're not. What? But I'm a lovable Viking. Everybody wants to party with the Vikings. Well, I'm at an age where having fun of any sort could very well kill me. So that alone puts a stop to Viking party culture right there. But I thought the party gallows and everything. Your disappointment crashes against the harsh cliffs of the Englishwoman's indifference. Confusion worms its way into your head. What's going on here? Villagers are normally just, mentioned as a small aside while all the pillaging happens. Like particularly boring sheep. And now you're really getting bad vibes here. I don't understand. What do you have against those fine Viking folk? I'll tell you. These Vikings, they're downright terrible. They're terrible for our quaint little villages. Because they steal every treasure you hold dear? Because they lay torch to your homes and acres? Because they bring terror with their armies? Because they park on reserved parking spaces? No, of course not. Nobody cares about that. It's because they keep romancing our respect. We still got the heart, so I guess you can't fail these. They keep romancing our respectable villages. Everybody knows that pillaging is an expression of true love for Vikings. So when they plunder the English coast, what they're actually doing is to shamelessly flirt with our very homes. It's downright indecent. Whoa, I never really thought of it like that. See? See how awkward it makes fleeing in terror? There we are, running for our lives, and everybody's like, ugh, get a Ragnarok, you two. Last time some peasants rolled their eyes so hard they ran right off the picturesque cliffs of England. Not to mention the moral quandary of a vile barbarian seducing our proud villages, which is, mildly put, okay, I stopped caring. Bye. And then you just kind of leave. Okay, fair enough. Alright, on to the third town. The time for plunder is here. Emboldened by Odin's wise words, you hurry along the coast. Soon you should find a village worthy of being ransacked. You are filled with hope and mead, but you thirst not just for mead, or vengeance in general, but also riches. and soon riches shall be yours. A simple village with considerable amount of treasure leaps into your sights. You let out a seductive battle cry as you attack the village. Audible gasp! Vikings in my Bay Area? What luck! Here I was, a simple country village, with my churches intact and no treasures taken at all. It was dreadfully boring, I tell you what. Well, aren't you going to lead a raid? This is what you Vikings do, isn't it? I had the idea first. Shuffle your feet nervously. Let's praise Odin, or stare at defenseless citizenry. Anybody got a preference? While I make some quick adjustments to my stream layout. Rift wants the D, naturally. You stare longingly at the defenseless citizenry. They're just there, clearly ready to fall into a panic, making your cool conquest especially cinematic as they run away in captivating scenes. Presumably, there will be badass scenes in slow motion. I know. I appreciate your flattering bloodlust. But less hesitation, more action. I'm terribly bored. Do you know how darn peaceful it gets out here in the countryside? It's horrible. Show me some good raiding, Viking. The village is pushing really hard for that trademark Viking invasion. Clearly, it is expected of you to conform to their preconceived Viking notions. But is there such a thing as a predictable Viking? Let your Viking actions speak true. Shall we raid? Shall we drink mead? Shall we praise Odin? Or shall we cuck this village by attacking England instead of raiding it? By the way, if you guys weren't aware, my stream is Spicy Chat Hours 24/7. Nobody? Alright, let's attack England. Undeterred, you invade England, as all Vikings are wont to do. Hey, why are you attacking England instead of raiding my shore? You've aimed that Viking plunder power into the wrong direction entirely. Instead of a raid, you did some other Viking thing instead. What are you trying to tell me? Being a Viking is more than raiding. Here often in the neighborhood, or collapse under pressure. Obviously, there will be no D option this time. Alright, we're going to tell it that being a Viking is more than raiding. What? Yes, we lust for gold. And yes, we lust for the thrill of battle. But we also lust for emotional validation. Oh, Viking-san! Your words have touched my soul. All this time, I thought of the Viking terror as nothing but a fun pastime. But your wanton acts of barbarism show the great emotional maturity you truly possess. Now, shall we bless this village with a raid? Shall we give it what it wants? Or maybe we should just praise Odin for the opportunity to be here. Praise Odin it is. Hear my words, brave Viking. Sometimes you have to stand up for those you truly admire. Like me. Teehee. What was that about? I don't really care for that Odin guy. Well, you looked entertained enough, at least. So here we are. I think the time we spent together was very fun, Viking. This simple country village has certainly been floored. It's funny, because all the houses have been ruined and burnt to the ground. I can see the humor in that. I've learned a lot today. You're the warrior of my heart. Congratulations, Viking. You've tamed this simple country village's heart. Because that is what pillaging is about. Raise peaceful sentiments to the ground, and in doing so, learn more about each other's true feelings. Heartwarming. Alright, so we know this is the goat. You prowl England in search of your next worthy prey. Axe at the ready, face already in a permanent scowl of anger. your heart ready to conquer, you're all business all the time. When suddenly, bleeding attacks your ears. What new devilry is this? Which demon dares confront a Viking? As it turns out, a goat. A goat stares at you goadingly. What do you do? Shall we greet the goat? Stare back unflinchingly? Or tell the goat that we're gonna eat it? I'm prepared to stare death in the face here. Like, let's do that. You stare back at your goatly opponent, as unflinching as the mighty cliffs of Norway. The goat counters your stare with an even more powerful stare. And it's good at that. Have you seen goat eyes? They're incredibly freaky. Enough to unnerve any grown Viking. That goat has seen some stuff. Do we blink? Do we apologize and ask the goat not to eat us? Or is that goat our soulmate? I kind of want to blink because I think that's the only thing we didn't see on Riftstream. You blink. That was a mistake. No, we did see this on Riftstream. Hey, Nerdy. We are being confronted by a goat. Yeah, so every once in a while you have an adversarial thing instead of dating a village. I don't remember if you saw the English woman who was chastising us for taking up reserved parking spaces earlier. But now we have a goat. And the goat is terrifying, as we will continue to discover. You close your eyes for just a second, but it's enough. The goat's gaze is no longer held at bay. It shoots straight through your skull. Your soul is laid bare. Surely this goat now knows all your fears and secrets, even those you did not know you had yourself. Humiliated, you flee from the goat. This is not a battle a Viking can possibly win. It is no shame to lose an opponent as powerful as this one. Alright, we're going to redo that now that Nerdy's back so that she can see it. You prowl England in search of your next worthy opponent. Hello, Sparkbot. Welcome to the channel. Just, give me a second here, folks. We need to properly greet Sparkbot in the manner best determined by, Sparkbot. And that is by making Sparkbot a VIP. Sparkbot, you now have VIP privileges on this channel. Welcome, and thank you for stopping by. You prowl England in search of your next worthy prey. Axe at the ready, face already in a permanent scowl of anger. Your heart ready to conquer. You're all business all the time. When a sudden bleeding attacks your ears. What new devilry is this? Which demon dares confront a Viking? As it turned out, a goat. A goat stares at you goadingly. What do you do? Shall we say hello to the goat? Shall we stare back unflinchingly? Or are we going to eat that goat? Hey, no problem. Sparkbot deserves to be a very important bot. We're going to eat. Option C, we're going to eat that goat. I'm going to eat that goat. As you announce your intentions to nobody in particular, the goat stare suddenly intensifies. It knows. The goat stares right into your soul. It is not afraid, says the goatly gaze. It has seen worse. It has fought worse. And it won every time. You feel small and insignificant next to this powerful animal. We already blinked, so shall we apologize and not eat the goat? Or is this goat our soulmate? I'm kind of feeling soulmatey here. Yeah, okay, Nerdy got it right as I hit it. Are you my soulmate? It is possible, brave Viking. It possibly is. You are moved to tears by this majestic creature. You've never felt so understood, and yet so alone. Thank you, Goat. Alright. So now we can move on to the next actual city. As a Viking, you not only have unparalleled prowess at steering boats, you've also mastered the soul, being among the top 100 worldwide at walking. And yet, you feel a certain unease as you stride across the English countryside. Enemies could be anywhere. In your mind, you already begin formulating plans how to defeat those vicious land enemies. Yet you are so busy mind battling, you had not noticed that the English megafauna is already upon you. A terrifying beast, slavering and howling, emerges from a common hedge. A wild corgi appears. What is your mighty Viking decision? Shall we play dead, as the wily opossum would? Or who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? The corgi is elated. It seems the monster is, indeed, very keen on finding out who this good boy is. Because perhaps, just perhaps, this good boy might be very close. Closer than he'd think. Who's a good boy? The sheer excitement fills the dog with vast quantities of energy. Corgi intensifies. He has to know. By the gods, Viking, tell that poor dog. Tell him who the good boy is. Guys, can we do it? Do we have it in us to shatter this poor dog's emotions? Do we need to tell the dog that we're the good boy? No, the dog's the good boy. Okay, fair enough. You're a good boy. The dog explodes with that sudden joy. No, Windows, I don't want to restart to install new features. Its little eyes shine with unconditional love and excitement. It runs never-ending laps of happiness around you. It's true. He's the good boy. There are many boys, but only one good boy. And that's him. It's all clear to him now. Overjoyed, the corgi bounces back into the hedge. You're safe again. Okay, so I thought we were moving on to another town, but I guess your journey takes you over the sea, as it is to be expected when you're a Viking. It's basically what you do. But little did you know that today, there is not just loot and treasure awaiting you. No, what you find out on the sea is nothing of that nature. You cross paths with another mighty Viking ship. Its flag is unfamiliar to you, but you can tell it is formidable indeed. Formidable, and a little intimidating. Yet the ship is nothing compared to the presence stepping on its decks. A mighty Viking appears before you. Well met, Viking. I'm Bjorn Rivalson, a Viking without equal. I am the most powerful Viking you will ever meet. Ha ha ha! I have just returned from a long journey of pillaging and looting. I carry so much gold. We had to throw out the beds and sleep on coins instead. Oh yes, you have heard right. I have conquered the hearts of countless villages, undefended coastal towns, quaint hamlets, wealthy farms. I reaved for their affection, and I reaved it well. But I guess you, as a beginner, couldn't possibly understand. It's okay. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Why you? Let me brag about my achievements. You're so cool, Bjorn-sama. The real treasure is friendship. I'm with Nebby. Yeah, no, I am too. I'm just trying to figure out how. Like, do we try to brag about our achievements? That seems foolhardy at best. Our achievements are definitely not as great as his. So I think the real treasure is friendship. We'll dismiss all of his accomplishments as trash because he doesn't have any friends, right? Fuck this guy. But did you know the real treasure is the friendships we made along the way? Of course I know. I made tons of new friends on my pillaging tour. Well, shit. And then I sold all that friendship and made a nice, tidy profit. God damn it, he's good. Well, it's been nice meeting you. Try to keep trying, kiddo. I will surpass you, Bjorn. I wish you were my friend, Bjorn. Drink mead aggressively at Bjorn. I'm no kiddo. I'm a Viking. I do like the Viking line, but it's very much in my nature to just drink mead aggressively at this asshole. We'll deal with you at a later date. Angling your drinking horn at a truly outrageous manner. You drink mead aggressively at Bjorn. What? Don't you dare drink mead at me, you. I'll have you know I'm straight edge. Oh, that poor fucker. I suddenly understand so much. No wonder he's actually able to get things done. He's neurotypical. The bastard. That's right. I'm a Viking who does not drink mead. You got a problem with that? Wait. Then why do you have a giant mead hoard on your back? For water. I like to drink my sparkly water from a giant drinking horn. Horns are not just for mead. Right. My Viking level is the highest one there is. So, will we become the most powerful foe you've ever had? Will we become the most powerful friend he's ever had? Do we drink a liter of mead to show Bjorn who's boss? Or do we call him out on his bullshit? Now, naturally, I think we just pound mead. Like, why talk to him when we can show him what we're about, right? Or do we want to humiliate him? Yeah, I'm a kind of a coin flip on those. Nebby, you're here as our impartial third party. What do you think? I think Nebby's on a little bit of a time delay, and that's okay. I'm patient. D, alright, so be it. The ladies have spoken. But does this life really fulfill you? What a preposterous question. It's not like I'm feeling the emptiness in my mighty Viking heart or anything. Baka? Okay. I have a feeling we will meet again, beginning Viking. So be it. I'll judge for myself if you're worthy to be called a rival, then. As for me, I aim at higher goals. I'm no longer satisfied pillaging just any city. No, my heart craves for that legendary place. If anyone can brave that voyage, it's me. I want to subjugate their people. I want to see their roofs ablaze. I want to take their riches and praise Odin like we're still teenagers. That's right. I will date Valhalla. Smell you later, loser. Okay, I think we actually get to go to a town now, looks like. Yes, your boundless lust for treasure makes your mighty Viking gaze wander across the shores. You heard the truly ludicrous riches in this territory. Time to put those rumors to the test. With utmost determination, you engage the horizon in a staring contest. You keep your eyes fixed on the waves ahead. It is truly the greatest of navigating techniques. Absolutely nothing shall escape your powerful peepers. And just as the merciless northern winds start to encrust your eyes with delicious sea salt, a coastal village appears in your sight seductively. Oh, what's this? A Viking? Ooh, what's this? A Viking? I've never seen one before. Hello. You are struck speechless. Before you, a village, nay, a town, stretches across the horizon. As the mightiest city of all of England, this town is every Viking's dream. Yet such lofty dreams come with indescribable danger. Like, what if you totally embarrass yourself in front of them? How can your heart take it? No need to be shy. I love to chat with the occasional conquering force. I'm Londinium Chan. How do you do, Viking-san? I'd like to plunder your village. I'm doing fine. Grunt plunderingly, or start confused pillaging motions. I guess we'd like to plunder the village. Maybe this is a good time for conversation? We have 10 actions. Holy crap. Okay, we're stepping it up, guys. Let's just break the ice. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ha, how polite. Most visitors are much more coarse. Those ruffians just don't know how to properly loot a village. Oh man, you brain yelled to yourself. Am I a ruffian? You are frozen in fear at the prospect of possibly insulting this mighty town. Yet you must not allow fear to paralyze your otherwise smooth, easygoing pillaging lifestyle. You manage a sort of badass shrug, mixed with an affirmative, terse grunt of the non-committed variety. But then you realize Londinium's boundless power as they relax the situation instantly with a lighthearted giggle. To tell the truth, I'm a little nervous. Not like you confident seafarers. I've heard tell of something called liquid courage that every Viking carries with them. I wonder if that's true. As you chat with the Londinium, you can't help but marvel at the magnitude of this undertaking. Sure, they seem nice enough, and they're clearly curious about Viking kind and all the wacky antics. But look at that, an entire town. Is it even possible to raid such a huge location and have a real heart-to-heart at the same time? Nonetheless, you must try. For Odin, for glory, for love. Oh, you're all right there? You're looking like you're thinking really hard. By Thor, they're right. You've done more than enough thinking. It's time for action. Viking action. What's on your mind, Viking-san? Alright. They want to know if we know how to drink? Let's show them that the Vikings know how to fucking party. Your very Viking soul yearns for the drink of the gods. You quaff delicious mead in an epic fashion. Gasp. There it is. Liquid courage. My god, the true courage was mead all along. You teach me so many things, Viking-san. After a bit of back and forth, you feel like you've got a bit of casual raiding atmosphere going. Yet still, your mighty Viking heart is beating so fast, you brilliantly consider having it launch itself at your enemies like an especially awesome projectile. From the imposing walls of mighty Londinium, a laugh echoes forth. Well, I feel like we already got to know each other better. It's not every day you have fire set to your coastline in such a personable manner. Why don't you tell me something about yourself? I'm a vegetarian. I have a tormented past. I'm shy. Or shall we scream unintelligibly? Well, we know we're not a vegetarian because we were already threatening to eat a damn goat. Unless maybe we think that a goat is a vegetable, which I'm not going to put past this guy, frankly. Does anybody have a preference? I'm just going to scream unintelligently if nobody does. Yeah, alright. Nerdy and I are on the same page. That frequently happens. I didn't quite catch that. Which, I guess, may be the point. Ooh, ouch. Sparkbot, so eating is an action. Hey, Sparkbot, there is my bot. Say hi to Slib. Shall we pat Slib? Alright, I don't know what to do here. Perhaps we should attack England. You attack all of England in one huge sweeping invasion of the mainland. You're a persistent one, aren't you? You're not getting anywhere with that as long as I'm calm and collected. Time flies as you conquer the hours away. Soon what began as a light brunch battle proceeds into a passionate lunch larceny. Truly, this might be your longest and most intense raid yet, but you must not falter. The answer to that question, the Sparkbot, is yes. Because right now, all of a sudden, the town's greatest, the great town's interest turns towards your motivations. Tell me, why did you choose to sail here when you had so many rich, defenseless settlements to choose from? Something about you? No special reason. No idea. Or sorry, I was distracted. I'm gonna say something about you. There was just something about the way your inhabitants flee in terror from the Viking hordes. Yes, they do tend to do that. I don't know. Whenever I witness you mercilessly tormenting my populace, destroying their livelihoods and taking their possessions, I just feel such a warmth in my heart. Though that might be from you setting the thatched roofs on fire. Shall we praise Odin? Adhere my advice, brave Viking. I cannot only give hints. I may also influence others. Ha! Classic Odin. Londonium is truly the most enticing inanimate raid location you've ever encountered. Yet your muscles grow sore, and your flirty cheeks turn flabby and stupid. You could never grow tired of pillaging treasure, but for how long can your heart take this dance of torment? Look at you, thinking narration with 3 question marks at once. We're into uncharted territory here. Viking son, it's been an interesting afternoon. Oh boy, here it comes. Yes, I can't help but feel this meeting was destiny. Oh wow. But don't take this the wrong way. I just think we could be very good friends. One of the options is you cut my life into pieces. We've not been friend zoned yet. We have 4 actions left. I can't. It C's for content, right? This is my last resort. Oh, sorry, nerdy. Now, let's not quote any lyrics we might regret later. But I appreciate your honesty. I will refund that to you, nerdy. Alright, shall we raid, drink mead, praise Odin, or attacking? Well, we've done everything except raid. Your tried and true pillaging powers are put to the test. It's time for a raid. Meh. Sorry, it's just, I barely noticed there's an invader at my shore. Yeah, I'm sure you could do better. Oof. Then suddenly, the great town of Londinium becomes quiet. How very unlikely of a geographical location. Not a word can be heard from the city. You sense that something is wrong. Londinium, my senses tell me that something is wrong. What is it? Please guide my Viking problem-solving skills. Yeah, it's true. Something is wrong, for I am filled with doubt. No way. I don't know if I'm ready for the next step, Viking-san. I mean, could I really commit? Could you really commit? Just think of all you'd have to give up to pillage my village. Can it be that simple? Or can't it be simple? I refuse to think. That rhymed. Or sorry, I was distracted. I refuse to think here. I feel like that's a good option. Alright, I'm going to assume nobody has a choice. I refuse to think in general. Oh, that is so like you. And somewhat worrying. But mostly it's so like you. And I guess we're going to finish it up with another raid. You gather all of your latent power. Your next pillaging will be your most powerful yet. You raid for treasure. Your final raid. That's it? Huh. The battle subsides. No longer do the flames of war rage across the land. The raid has found an end. It is not the warmth of victory which you expect to thaw the grimness in your heart. Nay, nay, I narrate. It is the icy cold of failure that shocks you into utter sadness. The proud city of Londinium no longer likes you. I think it's about time you left. I'm sorry, Fism Invader. It's just not working out. No, Londinium-chan, wait. Too tragic. In the end, it was not meant to be. Our brave Viking could just not fulfill plucky Londinium's plundering desires. The British village rejected Ivor, and was later attacked by a fierce, handsome raiding party from, I don't know, probably Denmark. Do not fret. It happens to the best of Vikings. Oof. I guess we try again. Just the same thing, nothing new. Oh, what's this? A Viking. I've never seen one before. Hello. You are struck speechless. Before you, a village, nay, a town, stretches across the horizon. As the mightiest city of all England, this town is every Viking's dream. Yet such lofty dreams come with indescribable danger. Like, what if you totally embarrassed yourself in front of them? Can your heart possibly take it? Oh, haha, no need to be all shy. I always love to chat with the occasional conquering force. I'm Londinium-chan. How do you do, Viking-san? Alright, so last time I'm doing fine worked. We got some points, not much. How polite. Most visitors are much more coarse. Those ruffians just don't know how to properly loot a village. We're gonna skip through some dialogue. Okay, last time they were asking us about alcohol. Yeah, there it is, liquid courage. Check, check, check. Sorry guys, I'm going to kind of speed through this until we start doing something different. Alright, so we can tell them we're a vegetarian. We have a tormented past. I'm shy. Not scream intelligent. Let's try I'm shy. I'm shy. Oh, don't worry. So am I. But with the support of my friends and believing in myself, I managed to complete my character arc. Truly, I have become a stronger, more confident British capital city for it. Wow, I should try some of that character development for myself. Maybe I can learn something about friendship. Ha, we really are like Viking-san. I think here we probably attack England, because they did not care for Odin, right? Let's try Odin anyway. Mead fuels your ratings power, and many other fun things. Wow, you must really look up to this Odin guy, Viking-san. Lunch larceny. Tell me, why did you choose to sail here, when you had so many rich, defenseless settlements to choose from? And I'm pretty sure something about you's the right answer here. Yeah, yes, they do tend to do that. I don't know. Whenever I witness you mercilessly tormenting my populace, destroying their livelihoods and taking their possessions, I just feel such a warmth in my heart. Though that might just be from you setting the thatched roofs on fire. We've not attacked England yet, have we? You know, rather than attacking England, why don't you pay more attention to me? You'd have to unnerve me quite a bit before I'd allow you to do that. Yikes. I think I was probably supposed to raid there and next time attack England. Alright, I want to be more than just conquer buddies. conquer buddies. I love that. Huh? Don't be stupid. It's not like I want you to subjugate my populace or anything. Baka. I admire you, O great Londinium. When the Vikings of old made pillaging our badass way of life, it was great towns like you that they had in mind. You complete me, Londinium-chan. Oh, you do not know what you say. I probably don't. Alright, so now we're gonna raid. Your tried and true pillaging powers put to test. It's time for a raid. Great. Excellent conquest. 10 out of 10. Okay, 9 out of 10. And then suddenly London becomes quiet. I refuse to think. Yeah. Almost there. And now we attack all of England. Attacking England? Now? I'm kind of in the way, you know. No chance, Viking. Not while I'm here, extremely undistracted. Still. Damn it. Alright. I'm doing fine, didn't seem to do anything. Oh, okay. Oh, Viking-san. I bet you say that to all the villages you plunder. No, it was totally an original line. Well, you're certainly quite the original. Tee-hee. Upon hearing that TV, you immediately surrendered to despair. They've seen right through you, and now they're playing you like a fiddle. A dreadful melody played on your heartstrings. Yet the mighty town of Londinium plays it off with an equally mighty giggle. To tell the truth, I'm a little nervous, not like you confident seafarers. Oh, well, sure. It would be ridiculous of me to be a little nervous. I've heard tell of something called liquid courage that every Viking carries with them. I wonder if that's true. So yeah, we're just gonna boop and drink some mead. Yeah, liquid courage. I'm shy. How can this be? Your pillaging has grown more powerful than before. Just how high is your plunder level? Has your raid technique truly reached this level in such a short time? Time flies as you conquer the hours away. And something special about you. Let's try drinking mead again. Oh, okay. Alright, so we want to be more. Alright, and now we're gonna raid. How is this possible? You've mastered the triple subjugation technique? You're stealing treasure, desecrating monuments, and praising Odin at the same time? It's so efficient. One heart down. I can't hold back the tears of happiness. Then suddenly the great town of Londinium becomes quiet. How very unlikely of a geographical location. Not a word can be heard from the city. You sense that something is wrong. Londinium, my senses tell me something is wrong. What is it? Please guide my mighty Viking problem-solving skills. Yes, it's true. Something is wrong, for I am filled with doubts. No way. I just don't know if I'm ready for the next step, Viking-san. I mean, could I really commit? Could you really commit? Just think of all you'd have to give up to pillage my village. I refuse to think. And finally, maybe we'll try to attack all of England. No, still not. And so this eventful raid concludes. You were exhausted, yet hopeful. Dreamily, you gaze upon the havoc of a hard-won battle. How curious. A chance encounter between a bloodthirsty Viking and a defenseless village has blossomed into something beautiful. You have ignited the flammable roof of my heart, Viking-san. Success. You could overcome your differences and find common battleground. The British settlement was pillaged and razed to the ground. The fields burned. The huts are ruined. The village treasures have been stolen. Truly a happy ending for everyone involved. Praise Odin. Yes, praise be me, your super cool god Odin. Well done, brave Viking. You have charmed the fearsome town of Londinium, as I always knew you would. You are truly worthy of pursuing this quest. Your words shall encourage me to ever more absurd feats, O great Odin. Where does my quest lead me next? Oh ho ho, such eagerness. I shall reveal your next destination to you. Or rather, your next destinations. Yes, for it is plural I just utilized. There are the destinations two amazing countries for you to plunder. What? Two? That is such an amazing selection. Please, Allfather, reveal more to my quest-hungry ears. You shall now hear the countries of France and Sweden available to you. Sail there, post-haste, to find the village of your dreams. Will I still be able to attack England, even if I'm there? Of course, you will always be able to attack England. I look forward to your epic deeds, brave Viking. The mighty Allfather returns to the skies, watching your travels. Your quest continues. 2 new countries have revealed themselves to you. It's very sudden. Surely they were impossible to find before. Almost hidden. Continue your quest, brave Viking, or perfect your plundering in England. The choice is yours. Okay, so yeah, I can actually choose multiple countries. Alright, so I got a beef with the French, and we're gonna go fuck them up. You're a fierce Viking. Powerful, boastful, prideful, filled with all sorts of incredible ingredients. Leading the cool and inspiring life of a jet-set pillaging superstar, you travel the sea, always on the lookout for adventure. What terror will you bring upon the unsuspecting citizenry today? You just can't decide. Maybe today you'll just, sail into port and be so obnoxiously cool, everyone will feel envious and inferior. That'd be pretty badass, you reckon? Or maybe you'll just steal all the treasure, set a roof or two on fire, and seriously bother a duck or something. Let's find out. You steer your ship towards a coast, and with a powerful lean land wards. You can barely contain your excitement for all the PG Viking action coming up. Yet you wonder, does being a huge badass all the time truly fulfill the desires of a lonely heart? But brave Viking, there is no time for doubt. A picturesque village appears in sight, filled with treasure, negligible defenses, and lots of prime Odin praising opportunity. What beautiful landscape! What immaculate architecture! What easily terrified populace! Ready your favorite explosion. And just then, you know exactly what to say. We can choose, I am a powerful Viking, I conquer in Odin's name. We can drop our axe, stunned by the village's majesty. Scream, or nice to meet you. Mind if I raid around a bit? Waggle eyebrows seductively. I need water. That's the only thing about doing visual novel streams like this, or dating sims, or what have you. It's a lot of talking. Oh. After I was at work doing a lot of talking today. Let's conquer in Odin's name. The name of your greatest and coolest god echoes throughout the village. Peasants froth at the mouth with both adoration and panicking. No raid would be complete without praising the heck out of Odin. Interesting. Huh? I've never heard of an invasion heralded by Odin. Of course, as a worldly village, I do appreciate the occasional light invasion on my shores, but I've never had an Odin-themed one. Odd. You'd expect more of those. That's okay. We Vikings are all about spreading the word on how awesome Odin is. I would love to see Odin someday. Maybe you could arrange for something? Now then, you fierce invader, what will you do next? Surprise me. Or not? Well, obviously, we're gonna fucking praise Odin. Hear my words, brave Viking. You are here to conquer in my name. Huh. Sounds like you're right. You really are here for Odin. Yeah, Odin's helping me out. We're cool like that. And here's a cool little tip for you. To win over the village, you'll need to learn manners from the best. Very helpful. Now it's time to learn more about this picturesque village. The ice has been broken. The first impression has been made. Now, what comes next? Show that you can carry a conversation as easy as you carry an axe. Apologize for rudeness. Apologize for not being rude enough. What's your favorite Norse god? And why is it Odin? Well, obviously, it's Odin because he's literally the only Norse god I know. Victory by default is also victory. Sorry, nerdy. I moved a little fast on that one. I will, of course, refund your channel points. True. It's Viking tautology. The village lets out a picturesque sigh. Even their sounds are, in some inscrutable manner, very picturesque. Well, let me ask you a question then. Your ears perk up. It appears thinking is required. Mind battles are afoot. Theoretical question, actually. Oh no, theoretical mind battles. If you had to choose between being a pretty, scenic, perhaps even picturesque tourism spot, and being pillaged by a handsome Viking, what would you choose? Just hypothetically speaking, of course. No basis in reality whatsoever. Would you give in to the lure of dangerous Viking action? Yes? No? I'd choose a third option, or sorry, I wasn't listening. I shall be more patient. Option C? Alright. I choose a third option. Huh? Like what? Why not both? That is possible? Anything is possible when you're dealing with Vikings. It's called the Viking Probability Distortion Field, VPD. You can both be raided by Vikings and be an attractive tourism location. No reason not to have both things going on at once. People love seeing Vikings. Kids love them. I didn't even consider that. Yes, you can have your photo taken with an ongoing invasion. You have such great business sense, Viking. The sound of approaching tourism alerts you. You can see them on the horizon. Hordes of spending happy fellows prepared to throw cash at a picturesque village. In a way, very opposite of a Viking. The touristic terror approaches. You must flee, Viking, lest you be commercialized. Their gentrification powers are no laughing matter. True, your raid will be soon cut short. But rest assured, your final Viking action shall be your greatest yet. Shall we raid? Shall we drink mead? Shall we praise Odin? Or, even though we're in France, shall we attack England? Or maybe especially because we're in France, we should attack England. I mean, we've not done a single raid yet, and there's tourists coming, right? They want to see that. Option D, let's attack England, fuck yeah. Seeking to freshen up on the basics of Vikincy, you attack England. A lot of vicious people are being clowned on. Rest assured, it's very funny in a historical context. Very cool concrete technique. I appreciate you left my picturesque imagery undisturbed. The touristic terror befalls the scenic village, but what do they find? Fire, ruins, devastated citizenry. General traces of badass Viking actions as far as the eye can see. Yet the picturesque village is not bothered in the least. Delightful Viking, you've shown the true power of proper raiding. I don't care about being a tourist hotspot anymore. They'll be back. You've taught me to enjoy myself once in a while. Manners, rudeness, pillaging, it's all great. But it's also important to relax. Relax and let the flames of devastation warm your heart. Thank you so much, Viking. Victory. Tourism has been thwarted once more. You have brightened a picturesque village's day in doing so. A reward, all by itself. And there's also treasure on top of that, so you go you. Alright, so we get a challenge instead of a village. Your hunger for snacks roars like a wild beast. And so, craving the munchies, you awaken from your slumber and set out to acquire said munchies. Good thing a number of common Viking discounters are just nearby. In France, no Viking would ever risk being caught without snacks, especially this far inland. But as you navigate an open-world environment fraught with side quests, you encounter an unexpected character, and he is neither snack nor side quest. This bastard. Ha ha ha! It is I, Bjorn Rivalson. It is he, Bjorn Rivalson, smug Viking extraordinaire. He breathes glory and exudes arrogance. Man, what a dirtbag. But he hasn't even done anything yet. Maybe he'll be nicer this time around? Greetings, lower Viking. Well, at least he acknowledges that I'm a Viking. Guess not. I see you're doing well. Guess raiding does suit you after all. But France is much tougher than England. You'd better turn back before you run into anything really difficult. They'll just break your tiny, frail little heart. He smugly crosses his arms as if daring you to be offended. So we can curse him. We can hint that he's up to something. We can proclaim our victory over England. Or we can just ignore him. And honestly, I feel like that's the best solution. He wants to be a braggart. We're just going to pretend like he doesn't exist and go back to our hunting for snacks. Anyone else have a thought? Yeah, nerdy's with me. Alright, cool. You reportedly ignore Rivalson as he stands there smugly. You don't pay any attention to him at all. But just to make sure that you're not paying any attention at all, you glance at him a few times to check that he's really aware of how much he's being ignored. Rivalson shifts uncomfortably as the silence lingers, and continues lingering. Fine, if you're not going to say anything. Ha! I win. Huh. Anyway, he steadies himself. With one hand, he leans on his nearby dragon boat, which is inexplicably here on land. Presumably, he carried it all this way, just to look cool leaning on it. I heard something rather interesting. Not far from here, there's a village, but not any village. This one, they've got tiny little city walls. No guards. The populace is prone to panic and narcolepsy. And the harbor provides premium anchoring spaces. You mean? I do mean indeed. Up ahead, there's an easily conquerable village, and they're just waiting for a beginner Viking like you to melt their heart. We can ask him why he's helping us. Tell him that we're too cool to care. Thank him. Or, unrelated, but have you ever heard of Updog? Did you hear that Joe had to have surgery on his Updog because he's got ligma? D? Yeah, definitely. Unrelated, but have you ever heard of Updog? Huh? What? The mighty Viking conqueror has clearly expected a different reaction from you. He frowns conquerishly. What is this inane question? No, I've never heard of that. So you don't know what it is? No, I don't know, and I don't care. I do know, actually. I could tell you, if you asked. Frustrated and clearly thinking himself above all this nonsense, Rivalson capitulates before your strange approach to dialogue. Fine, I'll ask. What's up, dog? Nothing much. How about you? I win. We got the achievement, what's up, dog? Yeah, I guess you did. His eyes are that of a man whose soul just died. Holy shit. We sent his ass to the fucking Shadow Realm. Oh. Well then, I shared my wisdom with you, so it's back to adventure for me. I mean, what kind of Viking would I be if I weren't constantly pillaging for fame and glory? Constantly. Never ending. Farewell, or fare bad. I don't really care. Ravelson jumps aboard his ship. The rudders lift through the ship up through sheer force, starting to move it overland in an extremely inefficient manner. That just proves how determined he is. Quick, say something witty, something that he will remember you by. Hey, want to catch happy hour for drinks later? I swear I will defeat you for someday. I swear you will defeat me someday. Or Bjorn, pull my finger. I really want to invite him out for drinks because he doesn't drink liquor. Like, option D? Alright. And there's the heart. What? No, that would require me to touch you. Come on, just pull my finger. Here. I shall not, for the pulling of your finger is a mere prelude to a thunderous jape. Yeah, I'm gonna fart. I thought we were both clear on that. You unabashedly admit your planned prank? I do, and I dare you to pull my finger. Look, this fart's gonna happen sooner or later. Best get this over with while you can still mentally prepare, right? I'm leaving now. Smell you later. That came out wrong. Not pulling any fingers offered, the mighty Viking Bjorn Rivalson revs the engines of his boat. It dashes off, leaving you and your finger behind. Sooner or later, this finger is getting pulled, Bjorn. And with that, the Viking is gone. Just what was Rivalson up to? Conflicting feelings fill your Viking heart. You trot on. Snackward. So we've got a village we can go to, or... Oh, the name of that one is Lovely Village. I didn't even notice that they have names. Wareham, Posh Village, English Woman, Londinium, obviously, Bjorn Rivalson, the Corgi, Simple Village, and Goat. Okay. The villages you've conquered all have blushing cheeks. Oh no, they just all have that. Never mind. Let's go see what the challenge thing is. You are being followed. All your Viking senses agree on this. Sight, hearing, smell, thirst, mead thirst, abstract geometry, and the innate ability of all Vikings to sense nearby goats. You momentarily pause your purposeful power walking. It's a beautiful day, on which you had decided to enjoy a traditional Viking meal, the sandwich. And yet, you seem to be followed. Suspiciously, you scan the surrounding French countryside. Your environment is almost obscenely French, yet spotted with no more enemies than usual. Just where could this sense of dread come from? Then, the menace appears. A goat fearlessly strides towards you. Its cloven hooves trample the landscape with reckless abandon. What a monster. Its disturbing eyes set on you. The goat advances. How shall you deal with this relentless pursuer? Shall we fight it off? Shall we seduce it? Shall we realize the true beast has been mankind all along? Or shall we become the beast? I feel like fighting it's just a bad idea. Shall we become the beast? Okay, we will realize that the true beast has been mankind all along. You are struck by a sudden revelation. The goat is not the real threat here. No. Humanity itself is the real beast here. You are the intruder here. You have tread upon the goat's territory. All is to blame upon human hubris. Tears of shame and empathy run down your cheeks. However, can you make up for mankind's transgression against this goat? You move to embrace the goat in a diplomatic hug. Yet the animal continues to advance, unflinchingly. By the gods, has even friendship failed you now? Quickly you survive your only chance is fleeing. You clutch your sandwich with determination. Where should you flee to? We can flee to our ship, flee to our mom, flee to historically accurate Avaldesnes, Norway, or flee in little circles. I kind of like the idea of fleeing in little circles around this goat. You know, just arms flailing in the air like a wacky waving inflatable tube man. D? Yeah, I feel that. Cleverly, not unlike the wily stupid rabbit, you keep running in little circles. The goat will attempt to follow you, but since your circles are very tiny, it has to fall on the outside of your circle, meaning the path of pursuit is much longer than yours, exhausting the animal soon. Not to mention it will have to turn and adjust its footing constantly. That's a super uncomfortable way to run. Heavens, this mighty battle already be won. You allow yourself a brief respite by laughing triumphantly. The goat just sits there and watches you run like an idiot. Blast foiled again. Your delicious sandwich is drenched with the sweat of anxiety. What can, nay, must you do to make it through this crisis? Do we camouflage ourselves? Do we pray to Hydrun, the great mead goat of Yggdrasil? Just ignore the goat, or shall we show the boat who's boss? That exact thing, Riley. In fact, yes. I think we're gonna just show the goat who's boss. Yeah, it's about 2 dialogue options too late for that now. The goat is pretty much bullying you. How can you resolve this? What now? Oh, it just goes back to the same menu. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe we pray to a god? Impossible. She would never side with you over the goat. Also, she's not actually fictional. Pinky swear. Look it up. Okay, thanks. What now? There is nowhere to hide. The goat's piercing gaze reveals all. What now? Okay, so we just ignore the goat. The goat is impossible to ignore. Oh no, now it's crept up on you. It's breathing down your neck. This is an unprecedented crisis. What now? And we must give the goat our sandwich. And then you just hand the goat your sandwich. The goat quickly devours the delicious bread. It pays you no attention whatsoever. When it's done, it looks at you directly as a final power move and burps in our face. The animal leaves. Whew. Alright. Okay guys, so this is going to be the last village for tonight. Let's go see how it goes. 8 actions, wow. You can barely believe your eyes, which have otherwise been reliable and honest overall. An easily conquerable village lies in the desolate apocalyptic landscape that is medieval France. Watching from a nearby waterfall, ship precariously balanced right on the edge, where water falls down, you consider your options. Truly, it is a lightly defended village, a charming little settlement where they happen to forget building any guard towers. The population is largely unaware of their surroundings, yet easily terrified, and the whole place is filled with red barrels that explode when you hit them. This place is a raiding paradise. You're filled with curiosity, and so you tip your ship over the edge of the waterfall and surf towards your destination, landing on the beach with axe a twirl. Heavens, who has landed on this here very beach of mine? It is me, a Viking. Again. How incredible. I've never seen a Viking before. The ship darts past you. It crashes into a barn, causing terror and desolation. Debris flies around in cool slow motion, and from the ruins appears this bastard right here. Bjorn Rivalson. Bjorn Rivalson. Bjorn Rivalson? Yes, Bjorn Rivalson. It is he, the legendary raid master who you have encountered not too long ago, jumps out of the wreckage on an ancient Nordic skateboard. He kickflips over the beach, jumping out of a convenient half-pipe, then lands expertly. He's clearly about to raid this village and look great doing it. You came back? What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to show you how it's done. He casually throws his skateboard into the ocean, where it shall now make ollies with the fishes. God damn, he's so cool. Hey, village. Dang, you're so easily conquerable. You've invaded my heart already. Oh gosh, you're so direct and romantic, mysterious Viking. You're making me blush. Oh, what's going on? I thought you were leaving, Bjorn. Why did you tell me about the village? To reiterate, I wanted you here. To show you how utterly declassed you are compared to me. Now watch me pull out this sweet raid. So we can tell him we saw it first. If we can do as you wish, we'll defeat him anyway. Maybe we could both pillage at once? Or I can't pillage if another Viking is watching. So I feel like the obvious answer is we tell him we're going to beat him anyway, right? But I mean, we could always tag team the village for some real destruction. I think we need to show him up. See, the thing there is, I feel like that lets him kind of establish a bit of dominance because we're reacting to what he's doing instead of making our own decisions, you know? Huh. Totally unfounded confidence, eh? I can dig that. It's not unfounded. I'll defeat you with, like, skill and believing in myself. Believing in yourself, huh? Well, at least one does, then. Stop owning me and face the inevitability of your defeats. You can't just tell a Viking to stop doing what he does best. Are you two alright there? You're getting awfully excited. You're absolutely right. Ha, let me show you some of my favorite wrestling moves, dear village. This is bad. Bjorn is stealing the show. You'll have to take action. Impress the village through sheer Viking proficiency, and they're sure to ignore Bjorn's empty words. You go cross-eyed as you calculate your Viking actions when suddenly... Yep. A corgi appears. Lunging forth from Bjorn Rivalson's ship, it happily approaches the village, wagging its tail in an adorable manner. What? Where has this English beast come from? Heavens, what is this cute little floofball? A good boy. Yes, that's what you are. You must excuse me, dear village. See, I passed England on the way here, and this cute little fellow just happened to jump aboard. I did not have the heart to leave him behind. But isn't he adorable? Doesn't he just make you forget about any other Viking's pathetic attempts at raiding? Kinda. Oh no, the ante has been upped. What shall you do in the shadow of the corgi? Well, fuck. There goes my plan. What can I do that fucking beats a dog, man? We gotta drink mead. If there's one thing the French love, it's wine, right? Hey, Mika, what's up? Yeah, we are actually working on wrapping up for the night. This is going to be the last village, but it's an interesting one. We're in France now instead of England. We finished up England, which was a bit of a chore. London was pretty hard to take down. You quaff mead as if your life depended on it. Energy surges through your veins. But the village does not even take notice. The mead mixes with your bitter tears, spoiling the rich taste. Aw, look at that cute dog. He's running in circles. Yep, indeed he is. Anyone would be impressed by your drinking ability, if only they paid attention. You could not compete with the cute little dog. He rolls on his back and yips excitedly. Well done, little dog. Oh no, this dog is too strong. He stares directly in your eyes. There is no mercy to be found here. Ha, you can delude yourself however you want. You can't compete with a real Viking action. Big words for someone who needs a corgi to help him out. But the rival Viking has already ignored the hell out of you. With a smug war cry, he arches one eyebrow and charges towards the village. Oh my, what is that Viking doing, storming towards me so passionately? Fear not, O easily conquerable village. This other, lesser Viking does not know how a real Viking acts. I'm here to make up for his failures. How flirtatious. With one mighty swing of his axe, Bjorn Rivalson pillages the barely defended town. The city walls are basically small hedges with garden gnomes in them. Laughing boisterously, Rivalson spreads joy and terror both, depending on the audience. What a Viking action! He grins at you. The village is clearly enamored with the way the population is being suppressed right now. Oh no, Bjorn is stealing your show, and that cute little doggy doesn't help matters. By my treasure holds, what a spectacular feat. Bjorn, you are amazing. He's just showing off. Or I am not intimidated. In fact, I love it. Man, we would make a killer team, Bjorn. Or shake a box of dog biscuits in the corgi's direction. Alright, let's fight fire with fire, right? Yeah. Sneakily, you produce a little box of dog biscuits. Remember that the last level when you went to get snacks? Well, you got these two as snacks. That these dog biscuits are delicious to dogs and Vikings alike. Somehow. Don't judge. Woof. The corgi's fluffy little ears perk up. He bounces at you, completely forgetting about his sinister quest to enable Rivalson's ploy. What's this? Corgi do not take treats from strangers. We talked about this. And talk they may have, yet the dog biscuits are currently the strongest force in the universe for this here corgi. You have run out of cookies, but have won the corgis a little hot in the process, at least a little bit. Time for another action. Grrr. With Ravelson planning his next move, you're free to try again. The village's attention is on you. But beware the Clory's glare, for his snout is stubby and his fur is fluffy. Woof. Good dog. What action of Vikinry shall it be? Like, do we praise Odin? Do we swag more mead? I mean, Bjorn just raided. I feel like that's the wrong thing to do. Unless we're going to do a better raid somehow? Or, this being France, do we fucking attack England? Praise Odin? That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Hear my words, brave Viking. Please, actual advice now, not just corgi petting. It's okay. I can do both. Is being pet in an almighty manner. For this village, brave Viking, you need to win the corgi's heart, or at least disturb your rival enough. You can do it, mighty warrior. Also, good doggo, 13 out of 10. Huh. Ravelson tisks heavily. He is annoyed with your continued resistance. But you have to make this so hard for yourself. Just give up already. Why don't you leave them be? Just try your best, like before. This doesn't have to turn into petty rivalry. But petty rivalry is what I'm all about. Mark my words, Viking. You've got a 25% chance at best to beat another Viking, but I'm a genetic abnormality, so you've got 15% at best, and I've got the corgi, further lowering your odds to less than 5%. You can't argue with math. Give up. We're not about to give up. I am about to give up. We can give him try to seize the dog, or we can just give belly rubs to the corgi. Like, that's, yeah, definitely the obvious answer. Who wants a belly rub? I've got 2 world-class belly rubbing hands, and they've got a delivery coming up. Meh. Meh? What kind of dog sound is meh? Whine? Now you're just trying too hard. Har har har. Nice try, but my corgi is not so easily brought down by the promise of belly rubs. Now, what will you do? Fuck. We need to throw Bjorn off his game. Let's attack. The horns of war are tooted in epic fashion. Time to invade England. While attacking the homeland of corgis, you take special care to ask famous corgi owners for tips on handling these ferocious beasts. And so you return, having thoroughly owned the English with new knowledge to boot. How do you like that, adorable hellhound? Whine. The beast instinctively senses your education. It has newfound respect for you. And so it elects to stay back, allowing your conquer glory to impress the village. Fuck, I should have done that sooner. You're such a fierce conqueror. Impressive. Huh. Don't think my corgi is going to give you another chance like this. I've had quite enough of that. It appears Borin Rivalson is smoldering. He's unsatisfied with how long it's taking to crush you. Dear village, don't you think this farce has gone on quite long enough? What farce? I think it's okay to have 2 Vikings stick around. Rivalson is starting to pressure the easily conquerable village. That does not seem okay to you. How could you defuse the situation? I don't think it's okay how Rivalson uses you. Now that I look closer, I don't care about you. Say, what do you want us to do? And I think Bjorn did a great job. Don't you think so too? I feel like we ask the village for consent, right? Like that's a thing that should happen at some point. All the other villages have been pretty cool with us, you know. Say, what do you want us to do? Me? Yes, the me that is you. What do you think? We shouldn't just decide everything without your input, after all. This is quite unusual. Usually nobody asks me because I'm so easily conquerable. Every village deserves to be heard. Well, if you put it like that, I'd like you two to get along. You don't have to turn everything into a competition. That would really do wonders for the atmosphere. What? That is absurd. Only one Viking can win. Sometimes it's not about winning, Rivalson. Exactly. So I hope you can find a mighty Viking feat to perform, which doesn't turn it into a competition. something where Rivalson cannot compete. Rivalson continues to smolder. He could not get you to give up, yet clearly his thirst for confrontation has not abated in the least. With mad rival lust in his eyes, he points the finger of challenge at your ruggishly handsome face. It's obvious you won't listen to reason, so you leave me no choice but to end this. Reason, eh? Yes, that's what I said. There's no other way left, so reluctantly, I issue my final challenge. Let's raid at the same time. I will crush you, not literally, but metaphorically, because my raid will be so much better than yours. Again with the rivalry, must you clash heads so? Can't we all just enjoy an afternoon of relaxed invasion? Have at you, Viking. He ignores the village and prepares the raid. How should you answer this challenge? Is there even a right way to do so? Truly, your ultimate Viking action awaits. So the hint there was to do something that he can't do, and he can't drink. So we're just going to chill with the village and have some mead, and he can go try to act like a badass. Go have fun, buddy. Cleverly, you begin drinking mead. Ew, what is that sickly smell? Is that mead? It's mead. Disgusted and offended by the heavenly mead smell, Rivalson is forced to retreat. He is forced to watch you as you conquer freely. Oh, how orderly. I knew you wouldn't resort to petty rivalry. I'm glad you two could get along. Get along? They tried poisoning me with mead. Far from it. I was just facilitating our truce. You meet with an exaggerated motion. It makes Rivalson visibly angry, and that's very, very fun to watch. Congratulations, Viking. Your reading has pleased me greatly, and I love your fruitful partnership. The clash of Vikings is ended. Burdened with treasure, both you and Rivalson return to your dragon boats. Who has emerged victorious? Was there any real purpose to this test of plunder might? It seems the village has an opinion on that. You've truly done your best, both of you. With that, the village turns to Bjorn. But you are quite the capable warrior poet. Poet? Har har. I knew you would make the right decision. I'm so glad you were here to make things entertaining. The other Viking was kind of boring me a little. Never mind that one. Let's conquer away the day, my fair village. With that, you are left behind. Feeling supremely awkward, you slink away. Like, how much of that bar is missing that we didn't get one heart? You're just so dang sad. Rivalson pulled one over you. You feel tricked, betrayed. Is this what it means to be a Master Viking's rival? It's the name of it is Starter Village. That's adorable. Alright, so I'm gonna... Alright, so that's not right. Let's, Alright, so that's not it. Okay, so I guess the option we picked first was correct. Do as you wish. I'll defeat you anyway. Totally unfounded confidence. I could dig that. It's not unfounded. I'll defeat you with, like, skill and believing in myself. Believing in yourself, huh? Well, at least one does then. Stop owning me and face the inevitability of your defeat. You can't just tell a Viking to stop doing what he does best. Are you two all right there? You're getting awfully excited. You're absolutely right. Let me show you some of my favorite wrestling moves. Alright, there's the corgi. Alright, so we're going to attack England first here, I think, and see if we can get the corgi out of the way early. Your mind races, and soon so do you. To England? Huh? Why is the other Viking invading England now? Just when this cute dog came here. Heh, pay no attention to him. I'm sure he's just not able to handle you. I know what I can handle. And with that, you reappear, armed to the teeth with unique artifacts only found in England. Corgi biscuits, corgi squeaky toys, corgi tennis balls, corgi shampoo, even a little corgi-themed scarf you can put on your dog. Invading England, you have mastered the ways of corgi taming, and now you are utilizing your skills right now. Woof. Oh, how adorable. You brought all those toys for the dog. How thoughtful of you. Yes. Yes, Corgi. Follow my command. What? Corgi, we had a deal. You're supposed to disrupt my opponent, not cuddle with them. What was that? Nothing. Rivelson's eyes narrow, and then suddenly he cracks a smile. It appears he appears to start getting serious. You can delude yourself however you want. You can't compete with a real Viking action. Big words for someone who needs a corgi to help him out. But then the rival Viking has already ignored the hell out of you. With a smug war cry, he arches one eyebrow and charges towards the village. Oh my, what is that Viking doing storming towards me so passionately? Fear not, O easily conquerable village. This other, lesser Viking does not know how a real Viking acts. I'm here to make up for his failures. How flirtatious. With one mighty swing of his axe, Borin Rivalson pillages the barely defended town. The city walls are basically small hedges with garden gnomes in them. Laughing boisterously, Rivalson spreads joy and terror both, depending on the audience. What a Viking action. He grins at you. The village is clearly enamored with the way the population is being suppressed right now. Oh no, Borin is stealing the show, and that cute little doggy isn't helping matters. Waxtail hoping for a treat. By my treasure holds, what a spectacular feat. Bjorn, you are amazing. We can say he's just showing off. We're not intimidated. In fact, we love it. We would make a killer team, or shake a box of dog biscuits in the corgi's direction. That worked last time, right? You produce dog biscuits. Remember, yeah, snacks. Don't judge. Yeah. What's this, corgi? Don't take treats. Yeah, yeah. Do we... So, we've already attacked England. We shouldn't need to attack England again. So, we can either praise Odin or we can raid. Let's try praising Odin. Yeah, that's some serious points. Okay. Alright. Yeah, on with this. So last time we offered belly rubs and it did nothing, so let's just try not giving up. Oh, whoa, holy crap, that was a lot of points. I am not about to give up. I thought you'd say that. I'm your rival after all, and what's more, I can't just let you play with the village's heart like that just to get back at me. I did think this was strange. Is this just a game to you, Rivalson? Am I a mere game piece to you? And what if it's just a game now that all the passion is gone? What? Just kidding. Don't listen to this dork. I'm here to win your heart, and I mean it. Come on, my kiddo. Do your best. Now, what will you do? Okay, I feel like this is a good time to rage, right? You unleash your full raiding proficiency. With renewed vigor, you scoop up riches from extremely easily accessible locations. Oh, there is destruction and mayhem happening. Oh my. My, oh my. Just let me see who is... No, pay attention to the cute dog. Ooh, how adorable. I've already forgotten about the raid that may or may not be going on right now. Well, that sucks. Rivalson has distracted you from your raid once again. Is there no limit to his puppy-based power? I've had quite enough of that. It appears that Bjornsson is smoldering. So this is, you know, we just ask the Viking what it wants, or the village what it wants, and there we're at one heart, so we've already won. And so we drink mead. And gain a bunch of points. It's Pat and Slib with no space. Nerdy. I don't have a general pat or pet command. It's just one command specifically for Slip. There you go. Oh, how orderly. I knew you wouldn't resort to petty rivalry. I'm glad you two could get along. Get along? They tried poisoning me with mead. Far from it. I was just facilitating our truce. You wink with an exaggerated emotion. It makes Rivalson visibly angry, and that's very, very fun to watch. Congratulations, Viking. Your rating has pleased me greatly, and I love your fruitful partnership. The Clash of Vikings is ended. Burdened with treasure, both you and Rivalson return to your dragon boats. Who has emerged victorious? Was there any real purpose to this test of plunder might? It seems the village has an opinion on that. You've truly done your best, both of you. With that, the village turns to you, but you have proven to go even beyond normal plundering. Anybody could have conquered me. I'm easily conquered, after all. Yet you gave this invasion a personable, friendly flair. I truly felt at home with you. You're one special Viking. What? No fair. Why did you let them win? I put so much work into this. Please, Bjorn, respect the village's decision. I even brought a corgi, for all the good that did. Oof. Don't be jealous, Bjorn. You're a capable Viking, but your constant rivalry makes you kind of a chore to have around. Honestly. Chore? Me? The great Rivalson? You have not seen the last of me. Rivalson storms off to inevitably come another encounter somewhere down the road. Yet you have no need to pay attention to him now. The village regards you fondly. You are a true conqueror of the heart. Congratulations, Viking. You persisted in the fires of passion and jealousy both. Cool. Alright. So, I'm going to call it there, because my voice is getting tired. Rift is not streaming tonight, so I'm not trying to stretch this out to his time. Let's see if there's someone online to raid tonight. I know Talk is supposed to be doing something, but I don't think they're on yet. Nope. Mika, are any of your people on? I don't have anybody right at the moment that I want to raid. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, then I'm just going to call it here, and I will talk to you guys Wednesday, where we will be picking Kingdom Hearts back up. Jail roof? Okay. Yeah, we'll give Jail a raid real quick. Alright, bye guys.